If you were looking for portable speakers a couple of years ago, chances are you were running around with your iPod looking for the perfect dock. But that's changed now. The dock is pretty much dead, and that's mainly because of these guys. Portable Bluetooth speakers. Now, there are a whole lot of reasons why I'd put my money on them over a dock, and that's mainly because Apple has changed its port once. God knows when they do it again. I know it's going to be a couple of years before they change the lightning adapter, but I'm just frustrated with that move. Also, if like me you use an Android smartphone or an Android tablet with an iPhone, or basically you use multiple operating system devices, then Bluetooth is pretty much the best way to connect to your music. You want the convenience of listening to music from whichever device you choose. Also, Bluetooth adds the convenience of controlling the music right from your palm, right from the device. You don't actually have to walk up to the dock and change the track, or you know what I'm talking about. So if you're willing to spend $200, the Bose SoundLink Mini and the JBL Pulse are pretty much the best options out there. They both have their own USPs and they're clearly designed for different people. The JBL Pulse is unlike any other portable speaker that you've seen, and that's not for its cylindrical shape. It's all about the LED cluster, and that takes up most of the real estate on the speaker. It's quite amazing how JBL has pulled this off. In all, there are 64 LEDs which can switch to a variety of colors. You can control the intensity, change the pattern, change the color, and there are 5 programmable presets as well. There's also an app available for iOS devices to give you more control over the light show. Sadly, Android users will have to live with the presets on the speaker itself until JBL takes out an Android version. The controls are also quite intuitive. It's similar to the trackpad feel seen on the classic iPod, but because it's not fluid all around, there are 2 sides that one side controls the intensity, the other side controls the different light colors. So every time you actually try and change something on the device, you actually have to keep your eye on the control, which is not as easy to operate as regular buttons. But the rubber finish does feel good, and the overall build quality seems solid. The LED lights are covered by a thin membrane and a black wire mesh that protects the entire face of the speaker. It feels pretty assuring when you hold the speaker in your hand. The SoundLink Mini, on the other hand, is designed with a different approach, or let's say a more traditional one. It's not flashy, and it holds itself in a brushed aluminium frame, similar to some of the Apple devices. Embodied in grey buttons and a grey speaker grille, it's as minimalistic as it could get, and it does feel classy. In fact, I would say the Bose SoundLink Mini would appeal to quite a few who don't care much about the fancy LEDs. Even the buttons are very simple, and there are single LEDs on top of them for various indications. One advantage of the SoundLink Mini is that it comes with a charging cradle, so you could keep it placed on that and don't have to plug in the power cord every time. The fact that the JBL Pulse has a micro USB charging port makes it more universal to plug in with other chargers as well, or even connect it to a laptop for some more juice. The Pulse has a 5-level LED indicator for battery charge and also has an auxiliary port just like the SoundLink Mini, so you can connect it to any source through a 3.5mm jack. The funny part is that the Bose SoundLink Mini also has a USB port tucked away into the base of the speaker, but that's only for future firmware upgrades for Bluetooth, and you can't charge the speaker at all through that. I'm going to play a couple of tracks that I recorded through the Zoom H4n sound recorder to give you an idea of how they sound under the same settings. I've put both the speakers at 40% volume and about 2 feet away from the microphone. They both sound loud enough to fill up room, but they definitely sound different.
I'm glaring wildly at traces of love, staring blankly at signs from above. Breathed under the sun, living without kin or kith. We're all for someone. हजारों इशारे करूं भी तो क्या है पहेली पहेली पहेली.
The JBL Pulse gives a much brighter sound with more emphasis on high frequencies. Considering the fact that all that sound is coming through the LEDs and the membrane, it's not bad at all.
तो क्या है पहेली 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 है वो आई है कहाँ से जाएगी कहाँ ये कोई न जाने अकेली अकेली है वो रोग कैसा है.
The Bose SoundLink Mini on the other hand gives a much warmer tone. You'll be surprised at the level of bass the small guy can produce, and it's got a really wide soundstage which is very pleasing to the ear. Both the speakers come with a charging cable and a host of adapter plugs to suit the traveler. The SoundLink Mini comes with a charging cradle as well, which I think is a big advantage. I was equally happy with both of them on the endurance part. In terms of battery life, the SoundLink Mini lasted me about 6 hours on a single charge, and that included around 3 days of standby time. The JBL Pulse in the same time lasted me under 5 hours with the LED lights turned on. But with those turned off, it outperformed the SoundLink Mini by a couple of hours. You know, it's really difficult for me to translate the true sound quality of these speakers through a YouTube video. But let me sum it up this way. If you walk into a room and you see both these speakers playing music, you'll first turn to the JBL Pulse for its design and its LED lights. It looks really cool. You'll be staring at it for the first half an hour, 45 minutes, and probably tinkering with the patterns and having fun with that. But actually, when you start paying attention to the sound quality, you'll realize that all the thump is actually coming from this guy. The SoundLink Mini does a great job in filling up the room. It's got a great sound stage, and the way it produces bass frequencies is absolutely phenomenal. The JBL Pulse, or for that matter any other portable speaker, doesn't even come close to the SoundLink Mini in producing bass frequencies. It's like when you actually have to hear it to believe it. It's like having a woofer in the room, and that's the kind of bass it produces. So I really prefer the warmer tone of the SoundLink Mini compared to the JBL Pulse. So if you ask me which one would I pick, no points for guessing, it would be the SoundLink Mini. But let me know which of the two speakers do you intend to buy and what do you think of this video. If you like it, then subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions about any of these speakers, feel free to ask them in the comment section and I'll answer them. Thank you for watching.